Inmate the Roommate, Season 2, Episode 5. I know you lying. Y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties that way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button. Okay, it won't cost you nothing. It's free 99 and everything else. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Child, let me tell you, this daggone Cindy has gotten on my nerve. And I mean, like a lot of times before, when I'm coming out here, right before I come out, I try to refresh myself on an episode, especially since it's been days since it's been on. And I just refresh myself on it. And I'm just as angry as the first time I saw it. So if I'm a little rough and rugged in this video, y'all please excuse me, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, this woman right here, I can't stand this woman. And I frankly, and I hate to say it, but I know that Cindy is hellbound. She is ready for hell. She gonna blow that muck up. I cannot stand Cindy for what she did to Jennifer. And yes, I am blaming her because in my opinion, has she allowed the okay, so I gotta calm down. Let me get the other people out the way and then we'll come back to the bush. Okay. The first person that I want to talk about is Emily and Jason. Jason has zero respect for women. He has sat here and called these women girls the whole entire time. I said the maturity level of this is astounding. Okay, it's astounding. So Emily, with her dumb ass, who's already lost her social security number, got compromised, decides she's going to bring in a schemer, a conniver, a manipulator, a narcissist into her house. Okay, hey Precious. Ah, Precious. Welcome, boo. Y'all show Precious out. Precious is out here screaming. Okay. Precious. She put him in her house because she's desperate for money. But don't you know when you trying to help a mother like this, you are the one who loses money? This is the kind of person, see, the Bible says, okay, the Bible says don't cast your pearls to a swine. That means don't take your jewels, your treasures, and give it to a pig, bitch, because it's going to turn up in the chitlins and in the bacon. She brings this man in her house because she needs money. She going to fuck around and lose money by bringing him in her house. He has absolutely zero respect for her. She has told him that she does not want him to have any women in her household. That is her household. It is amazing to me the audacity of these people. Are y'all shocked on me? It can't just be me. I'll take it if it is. But I'm sitting up here in my mind, my head messed up with this goddamn Emily. So he's out there, he got the con game. They get in the car and everything. She bamboozled. She don't know what to say to him and all of that kind of stuff, right? She just don't have no idea what to say to the man, okay? And so, she's in the car. She's trying to tell him the rules that she don't want nobody in the house. And he's saying the thing that he missed is the casino. And she thought this was a good idea. She didn't vet this mother. If he got a gambling problem and he thinks that is the way for him to make money, unless he is an expert poker player, he ain't getting out the casino. But it's picked out when he uses his last quarter, or maybe he's playing the penny machine. This right here don't look like he got luck going in or coming out. So she takes him to a restaurant. He don't like the food. Emily believes, thank you so much, Precious, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, love. So she takes him to a restaurant. He doesn't like the food, and she feels like, he's been in prison all this time, that he should, be appreciative and he should like the food. Now, come on, Emily, if the food is, it is what it is, okay? The skewers that came out of there, they look like they was on the grill for just a tad bit too long. They look like they was over-seasoned or whatever. Like the food just did not look good, okay? But he was honest about the daggone thing. So she gets him down to the house and he talks about, her old furniture and stuff like that. She has a whole lot of dogs. And so he had an expectation that the house was going to look another kind of way, but it didn't. Okay. And so, he was talking about the woodwork. She had a dog fence up. He asked her whether or not, any of the dogs used in the bedroom that he was going to be staying in as a pot. And she said, yes, sometimes they do. And I'm just thinking, so what is wrong with the dog that the dog is peeing in the house? But anyway, I digress. So, she takes him back to the room. He likes the room. He recognizes that it is better than, and he tells the producers that, he don't want anybody to, he doesn't want anybody to get it twisted that he's not appreciative, but he's been, in prison with men for 3 years and he want to get him some ass. And so, basically the moment Emily is out the door, he calls some trash woman. Okay, in my opinion, she's trash. And this woman comes over there knowing that he's already told her, if you ain't got respect for your own self, at least have respect for somebody's house. Why this mother couldn't go to a park? Why you couldn't do it in your car? Why you don't have a house of your own? Why is it that she had to come to Emily's house in order to get laid? And then the girl comes in there, jumps over the daggone dog thing with both feet up at the same time. She was so excited to get on the peen. And I'm thinking to myself, ain't no way in the world Jason lasted longer than 2 minutes. She jumped that daggone doggy gate with both legs up in the air, bitch, like she was doing. Bitch, she looked like a hurdle jumper in the Olympics. Trying to get that Jason. It ain't no way in the world Jason's gonna last past 2 minutes. I'm being generous giving him 2. Yes, I am. I'm being very generous giving him 2 minutes. These people, the audacity of these people, I swear to God. I don't like him. He's a tender swindler. She don't have no money. She got this man up in her daggone house. How dumb can she be? Like, how desperate can you be? Okay, hold on. Let me find these other pictures of these other people. For some reason, I am not seeing them. Here they go. So Annalisa calls Vader outside. We need to talk about some things. So the two of them talk about basically ambushing Mark about a program that they want him to be in. Now, when I interviewed them, they mentioned, having some background in helping other families and stuff like that. And Vader calls Mark and tell Mark to come out in the backyard. So Mark goes downtown, comes out in the backyard and everything. And that's when Annalisa has a conversation with him about being in a program and getting a job. And so she asked Mark whether or not Mark had ever had a job. And Mark said yes. And they was like, and Annalisa was like, what? And he said he was a street pharmacist. So she was like a real job, like a job that gets a W-2 or 1099 or whatever, right? And so, of course, he hasn't had that because from my understanding, he went to jail like when he was like 17, 18 years old or something. So he hasn't really been out there in the workforce. Oh, here we go. And so, he really doesn't have any skill sets. And so, Mark is like, so are you criticizing, my job as a street pharmacist? Yes, we are, because you got fired and spent years in jail for it. So damn right I'm criticizing it. Okay. It ain't do you no good, didn't do other people any good, ripped up families and homes and stuff like that. No, it's not your fault that they use them, but it's your fault when you supply. Anyway, so Mark, she tells him that she really wants him to get a job and all of that kind of stuff, and she wants to do a mock interview with him. Of course, he doesn't know what mock interview with, because they don't teach you any of that stuff, probably for people like himself who disinterested in doing anything with his life but getting out and turning back around and do the same thing. So he doesn't what a mock nothing is, a mock trial, a mock interview, bitch. He doesn't know. And so, she says, we're going to try to interview you. So he walks away, he comes back in, and she's asking him questions. And of course, he's acting the ass that he is. So she tells him that there is, a program in the Urban League. Okay. And they've been around for years. And so she tells him that there's a program in the Urban League that she thinks that he would be good for, because based on what he said during his mock interview, he would not, be employed, and he would not. But Mark is not interested in being employed. Now, I know that Annalisa took to social media and was, basically kind of defending herself, because I heard it on somebody else's channel and I can't remember who it was. But, she was basically giving more background about, what it is that, the intention for Mark, and how, even when they were here, they said that, Mark, when he was in jail, was telling them everything that they wanted to hear, and was saying that, he wanted the help and stuff like that. He was saying what the fuck he needed to say in order to, okay, wait a minute, what? Okay. Let me find them. Is Ray Della not here? Okay, thank you, Ray Della. So anyway, they take him, Vader takes him to the Urban League. He talks with an ex-inmate or of ex-felon, and he, basically the two of them understand one another. And so Mark appears, right, to have liked it and said that this is something that he wants to do, but Mark is BSing. And I'm sure that the guy knows that Mark is BSing. Mark has no intention, in my opinion, okay? He has no intention of doing the right thing, because he hasn't done the right thing. And I don't know why they won't give up on him. Just turn my back on him, tell him kiss my ass and everything. It was good meeting him and everything. Change all the locks on the door. Make sure that all of the rounds are in the what, and tell him to kiss my whole entire Irish. like my whole one. I don't know why they are going after this man. I don't even remember their names, y'all. Can I be honest? I don't even remember their names. But anyway, child, they were supposed to have been taking him into their household. They went last week and sat out there for 5 hours, child, trying to figure out what was going on with him, only to find out that he had a 2-week hearing that he was going to have to go to. Child, they go back down there, they go to the hearing. 30 minutes later, they out the door. His ass done got a damn another 6 years in prison, 15 months of being incarcerated. But if he don't do right, if he hadn't did what he did while he was in the court building, he would have got 24 months years. They want to have a conversation with him. I'm like, for the fuck what? For what? For what? He's going to be in there for 15 months. They want to have a conversation. They meet him at the prison. They ask for a conversation with him. I'm sure A&E probably pulled some strings. They have a conversation with him and they ask him, did he lie? He said he hasn't lied about anything. He didn't even really know what was going on. I said, bitch, you know what? Don't even waste my time, because guess what? I'm not going to waste my subscriber time talking about this any longer. So Daniel and Kathy call the producers. Last week, we ended that session with Kathy. Oh, God. Okay, I got to calm down. So Kathy, we end the episode with Kathy indicating that Devin was locked back up, that he had used and got caught and his ass is in jail. One of Kathy and Daniel's non-negotiables is that that Devin does not use. So the producer comes, they get a telephone call from Devin. Devin tells them that they gave up on him. They turned their backs on him. So Kathy gets to screaming in the phone. You said, I just want you to know that no backs was turned on you. Bitch, Kathy was like, look, let me tell you something. What you not gonna do is say that we turned our back on you. Bitch, you turned your back on us. We did everything we said that we was gonna do. Up until now. Up until now. Now the two of them. So Devin is in it talking about everybody turned their back. I wasn't talking particularly. Y'all misunderstood what I was saying. I was saying that, because Kathy said the night before, they was all in the house eating, chilling, looking at TV, and he was kikiing and caca. He probably was fucking high then. Then he tells them that his phone blew up, and so they ain't heard nothing else back from his ass. And this is, of course, when he gets locked up. So they talking to him on the phone. He's telling them that everybody turned their back on him and he didn't like the feeling. Fuck the feeling. What does feelings have to do with anything? Don't nobody care nothing about Devin's feelings. I think Devin used when he was at the sister's house with his lying ass self. Gonna sit up there and tell them that he thought that he could handle his addiction, and as long as he ain't stealing and burglarizing nothing and coming and sleeping and sliding up in motherfuckers' houses at night, all hide up, he all right. If you was able to manage your addiction, you wouldn't be addicted, you dumb fuck. He need to be homeless on a Moncton street. But nah, Kathy is worried about the Joneses. She worried about his grandparents who didn't take him in. Let them take him in. You care, you give a fuck about them for what? Everybody, Carissa, the grandparents, the great grandparents, his cousins on his father's side, and Elvis. No, Devin ain't about you. Everybody know he ain't about. Kathy is a lying ass. Her and Daniel. Yes, I said it. Because guess what these bitches did? Now they want them back. Yes, Elvis, Tamika. I tell you, when I get irritated, I'll call anybody's name out. They liars. Because now they're using the excuse, bitch, about the grandparents, and they're going to take Devin back in. So they sitting up there in front of the producers with their good Sunday clothes on. And Kathy says she going down to the jail. So just right in the nick of time, Carissa calls. They answer the phone. Kathy, thinking that she a savior of somebody. Okay. I'm going to go down there and see Devin. Carissa was like, he getting out. Matter of fact, he getting out today. Devin ain't called them and said nothing. He don't give two flying fucks about these two. But you want to do it for the Joneses. I think that these people got these self-righteous, pompous ass, narcissistic ass attitudes that think that they can change these people. You cannot change these motherfuckers. You got to deal with them where you deal with them where they at, honey, where they at. And if you got to get down low, down to the flow, that's what you got to do with these people. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, honey, a taker never has a limit on taking. They ain't going to say, oh, no, I've taken too much from you, so I don't want nothing. No, them motherfuckers going to keep on taking till they can't take no more. And don't nobody want this motherfucker but Kathy, who said that under no circumstances, when they asked Kathy, was she going to bail this motherfucker out, she going to talk about something, no, period, explanation point. And then going to sit up there and tell Carissa with her self-righteous ass that I'm going down there to see him only to find out he don't give a flying fuck about her. It's y'all excuse my language. God dang it. Now she's got to change out of her Sunday's best and go downtown to the jail. She's asking Carissa, how you get out? She said, I ain't do it. My mom and them ain't do it. Somebody did it. Probably the dope boys. They need him back on the corner with his dumb self. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to put a rule in place that's a non-negotiable, and then I'm going to negotiate with you. She was full of it when she came up with the rule, because now you ready to go bail him out. You ready to go have a conversation. What the fuck is going on? Hey, Pipsqueak. Daniel had already said y'all turned y'all back on me. You out there hollering and screaming. Leave it right there. Be true to who you are. Don't change up. Stay who you are. And I'm going to tell you right now, I hope Cindy go to hell. In a handbasket with gasoline draws and sparkler nipples on her brassicas. I can't stand this woman right here. This is the worst person I have seen in all my life. She is horrible. She is treating this girl like a slave. And the reason why I hate her so much, y'all, is because she don't have the common sense to know that she wrong. She said that Jennifer should be gracious and worship her, kiss her ass. This girl got out of jail. The only thing she got that she wanted was a slice of pizza. Cindy wants her under her 24/7. You fat, nasty, stinky, hoarding ass mother. You don't treat a dog like that. But then again, the way you got your dog living, yes, you do. You don't care nothing about your own nubby knees, bitch. So you ain't gonna care nothing about nobody else. And you gonna be a big, fat, nasty, hoarding, no knee having, no, you know what? I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't want y'all to think that I don't have empathy and sympathy for people who have disabilities. I apologize. But I'm just talking strictly to Cindy. You sat your nasty butt in that daggone house and didn't even know your foot was rotten. Because you know what? You rotten inside and out. So all the funk and stank and nasty oozy goozy that was coming up out of you, you didn't even recognize it because your house is so fucking sturdy, nasty, and trifling. You difference. It smelled like shit in the morning. It smelled like shit in the evening. And your whole body probably smelled like shit. So you didn't know the difference whether or not it was you being shit or your house being shit or both. You just was used to being in this. Did Ray Della tell me to calm down? Or is it like God? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I want to read her from every rooter tutor. So we see Jennifer cleaning the house. The house finally looks like it has some kind of light in it. She's sitting her big, nasty, trifling on that chair. I know that chair got so much mold and fungus on that month. That joint is worse than a house of horrors. She got Jennifer walking back and forth, bring me this, drag this to me. She going through that nasty, filthy. She got a daggone piece of plastic, and the bitch said that she want to keep the daggone piece of plastic because she want to keep it in a garage for painting. You ain't painted nothing in years. They would have to gut your house all the way to the studs, rebuild that before you could paint your fingernails. You nasty, y'all. She got me. I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Dot, for the $9.99 super chat. She gonna sit up there and say that Jennifer need to be grateful and be thankful to her. She need to be thankful that the funk didn't kill her. This is one. Thank you, Dot, for the $9.99 super chat. She said Cindy is nasty. Nasty ain't even a word, but thank you, boo. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I am trying to maintain my composure up in this. Y'all, I hope somebody out there is just sitting up there praying for me, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to drag Cindy from the rooter to the. I want to drag her all the way down to her nasty follicles of that pink bull she got in her hair. I want to, for every time her top lip disappeared, bitch. I want to read her for every nasty, stinky, grimy, cotton filled wrinkle on her face. You big, dingy, not seeing a washcloth in 20 years. Jennifer is like she wants me to be here all the time. I'm trying to get my life together, get a job, and be reunited with my kids. And every time I turn around, she want me to do something. She had the audacity to ask her, if you stay out after 9, can you take me with you? You big miserable bitch. I want to make sure that y'all understand that when I was talking about her leg and stuff, I wasn't talking about everybody. There are many people who have disabilities, and they don't take advantage of people, and they don't treat people like they trash. That's not what they do. She does. So she gets that read. Have family members who are disabled, people that I love who are disabled, and they're not sending. And if you need help, ask for help. But you don't take an inmate and browbeat them, demean them, treat them like they are trash, because you're trash and you live in trash. And I will be doing you a favor calling you a grouch. You are a nasty person, Cindy, in my opinion, inside and out, because nobody treats somebody like this. This girl sits out there and says, I am more stressed out than when I was addicted. And the next thing you know, because of the way that she is being treated in Cindy's house, she relapsed. And you mean to tell me that Cindy thinks she's excluded from this? That she isn't in some way responsible? Jennifer got in the car with the producers. Thank you so much, Precious, for the $2 super chat. Yes, Auntie, read her. I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. This woman who didn't even know she was diabetic who sat there at the table taking her little drugs, who has had a hard time, and it looks like everybody have turned their back on her, has turned hers on Jennifer. She said Jennifer got a problem because she got rules in her house. Where are the rules? Where your house is hoarded from the ceiling to the floor and outside in the lawn. You tell me where the rules are, Cindy. The rules is you don't clean up in this mother. That's what the rules are. The rules are is that you keep stuff because of trauma that has gone on in your life. That's where the rules should be. You don't have no rules. But you got rules for her because she's a recovering addict and an inmate who is trying to come out. She can't even ride with the producers without you calling and saying, where you at? Why is it taking you so long? This just it's modern day slavery. She's treating her like a slave to her every will, a slave to her every want. And you need to be gracious that Massa allows you to eat the intestines out of the pig. After everything else got cooked, you can have those. And then call them chitlins and put. Jennifer gets up in the middle of the night because she relapsed. She's not like Devin. She's remorseful. She's disappointed in herself. And Cindy has no compassion. None. She worried about whether or not the girl did it in her house. This girl is broken in front of the producers, came to her and asked her for help. She calls the producers. I bet you she don't even want the girl to go to the hospital. Because then she got to be lonely amongst all her trash. And she don't have nobody to do her bidding anymore. Jennifer knew that she had pressures on her that she didn't think she was going to be able to manage. At least the producer came down to the level and met Jennifer there and she said, my mama gonna be so disappointed. She said, take one step at a time. She need to be at the hospital. She wants to go on rehab. And this is what the producer's gonna do. And instead of Cindy calling 911, she calls the producers. Because she need that check. And for that, I read her. When you treat a human being the way that Cindy has, Cindy barely got a roof over her head. She's in the same position as Jennifer. She needs help. But she's selfish and she's nasty. I hope that Jennifer has recovered, that she has gone to rehab, and that she is recovering. I hope that everything that Jennifer puts her hands to do is blessed. And another place to live and someone else to help her. I pray that she gets a village around her that will support her and endorse her. Because nobody deserves to be treated the way that Cindy has treated Jennifer. And while I am calm in my voice, my body is in knots. So I'm going to roll up out of here. But I hope that I did not offend anyone because it was not my intention to do so. I was talking about Cindy. If I offended anyone, I apologize. But I'm getting the hell up out of here. Before I say something else, because I can spend another 30 minutes reading Cindy. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. Great night on purpose. Bye.